Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, students. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, have you seen the score of the last examination?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No,
Actually,
sir.
I have forwarded to your CIC or HOD. So
Sir,
he
can you
might
forward it
be.
to us, please, sir? Because
No,
every
Yes,
teacher has
actually,
sir.
forwarded to us, sir.
we should follow some rules according to your department. The HOD told me to forward. Maybe he will forward to you by some time. Okay. So as of
Okay.
now, I am going to discuss the question answer. By this also you can calculate that
But,
how many of you have scored.
sir, sorry to interrupt, but other teachers have shared it with us, sir.
Okay, I will try to communicate to your HOD, then I will
Yes.
come to you.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I can't hear, sir. Can you please repeat once more?
Nothing I have said by me. I have already told that how many of you have scored better, and you people have responses that you cannot get the score. That's it.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I am message you your HOD. and I hope he will get back to me soon. So, as a meanwhile, I can discuss the answer of the question.
Thank you, sir.
I don't know that why people are doing the exam so fast and making some easy mistakes. I have seen that many of you have submitted in 20 minutes, in 30 minutes before that, and the total time was given around 50 minutes.
That the MCQs was not very time taking. They were informative, so we did
They are
it
very
as per that.
informative, but still you have I have seen the options that you have given, and I have seen very silly mistakes I have done. So that's why I'm telling.
Yeah, sir. Discuss the answers with us, then we will also know.
Yeah. Okay, I am opening the sheet. Okay, can you see the form?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, I
Yes,
can see.
sir.
Okay, now the
Yes,
question
sir.
is, first of all, you might see that question order will be it's not rearranged because I am making a shuffle option. So first question, which of the following neutral element in the primary element in computer chips? So there will be four options: silicon, carbon, iron, and uranium. So uranium is being
Silicon?
used for
Silicon.
atomic bombs, where iron is for rods, carbon in everywhere carbon is present, so silicon. So
Silicon.
that's why the
Silicon.
Silicon Valley is being present. Silicon Valley name was suggested in
Sir,
some
because it is
places.
a semiconductor, sir.
Yes, right. So the correct option will be silicon. Next is the 2's
Yes, sir.
complement of 50. Okay.
Sir,
Now,
0001.
yes.
0001.
0001.
0001. Option
Second
B.
option.
Okay, one
0001.
thing, okay, I understand what you are saying. So four zeros. If I making this 15 in 4-bit representation, it will be all one, right? And if I take one's complement of them, it will be all zero plus one. This will be 0001. That will be the correct answer, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
B is the correct answer. Next, the hexadecimal representation
Sir,
of
E.
40. E.
Sir,
E,
E is
sir.
E.
the
E.
right answer because
Yes, sir.
10 is A, 11 is B, like that way. E is 12, 14. Next is the what is the five main components of a computer system? Now, see first just try to judge the options: CPU, CD-ROM, mouse, keyboard, sound card. Next is memory, video card, monitor, software, hardware, modem, keyboard, word processor, printer screen. CPU, memory, system bus, input output. So last
D.
option
Last one.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
will
sir.
be
D.
the
CPU,
most
Last one.
memory,
combination.
system bus, and input output.
Last option টাই হবে।
Okay, one thing, CPU, CD-ROM. CD-ROM is not a essential one, so that's why I am neglecting the first one. Next is the video card, monitor. Next is memory, video card, monitor, software, hardware. There will be everything, but there is a missing, is a very vital thing, that is the input. Nothing is there for the input. So second one, I am going to neglect. Next is the modem. Modem is for internet connectivity. That is not an essential one. Keyboard, word processor is the Microsoft Word. Printer, screen. There is no CPU is being present. So out of these four, the most prominent is the last one. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
A bit is a computer terminology means either 0 or 1. That is true. Bit.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bit means in
True,
computer,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I have already told that in bit computer only understand two things, 0 and 1. This is for human understandable, that is okay, and computer will convert this logic 1 into some voltage, and this is logic 0 with some voltage difference. Next is the computer is accurate, but if the result of the computation is false, what is the main reason for it? Power failure? No. The computer circuit?
Incorrect
No.
data entry.
Incorrect data entry. Because in the
Incorrect
book
data
of-
entry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Data.
in some of the class I have told that computer is a machine. If you give garbage, and computer will return as a garbage. So
Yes,
your
sir, you have told
input
that,
data
sir.
should be prominent. So incorrect data entry will be the correct answer. Next, the binary equivalent of decimal number is 10. So
1010.
1010.
1010.
Which of the following is an output devices?
VDU.
VDU.
VD DU.
VDU. Okay, so this word I have not told in the class, but keyboard is an input device, mouse is an input device, light pen. So what is light pen? Through the light pen I can pointing to some display unit. So this is also an input. I can showing you, that is the point I am going to discuss. And VDU full form is visual display unit. Visual display unit is the VDU, so that will be an output devices. Next
Sir,
is,
can we call the monitor a visual display unit?
yes, monitor is a visual display unit.
Okay, sir.
Wow, what is the following is equal to a gigabyte? 1 GB. 1 GB of RAM is
Hazard
equivalent
524
to
megabyte.
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 124
3,
megabyte.
option 3.
Megabyte.
Yes, sir.
Option C.
I am not calling a student name. He or she might get 23 and making these mistakes. This is a very easy mistake. Maybe he has taken 512 GB. I have taken the. I am not recalling it properly, but he or she got some wrong answer. Only one answer he or she might got. So now, next is the, what is the smallest unit of the information?
Bit hub.
A bit.
Bit.
A bit.
Bit means 0 or 1. Byte means 8 bits.
Yes.
Block is different, and nibble. Nibble is 4 bit.
4-bit new.
Next is the which of the following is the smallest visual element in a video monitor?
Pixel.
Pixel.
Pixel. Pixel.
So nowadays 4K, that means 4000 pixel will going to be in a 1 inch area. So this type of display is called the 4K monitor. Next is the central processing unit is located at the
Hard disk.
System in unit.
Oh,
system unit, not in monitor, not in memory, not in hard disk. So it is on system unit. The value of the radix in binary number system is 2.
2.
Very easy. The decimal equivalent of the
23
number,
হবে স্যার
23.
it is
23.
7 and 60
I'm
is 23.
23
It's 23. Next, the sign magnitude of -3.
Second
In
option.
3, this is 11.
Second option, sir.
And sign bit is the last bit, which negative is means it will be 1. So that will be the answer. Okay, I am also given. Okay, so now tell me why you are making so silly mistakes. The things was discussed properly, but still you people are doing the mistakes. Now you can understand in what areas you have done the mistakes.
Sir, so that output device light pen was a bit confusing. Means light pen is a output or input device. It is not a output or input device.
Okay,
Have you
so
learned about S Pen? Have you ever listened about S Pen? Stylus.
okay, wait.
These are input pens. They are actually done on the screen to make inputs. They have got an optical sensor, if I'm not wrong.
So light pen is an example of the input devices, not in the output devices. Okay, any question from your end?
So we're expecting a little tougher questions on computer, but thank you.
So how I can give some tough question, because only 50%
No,
of
sir.
you
All the
from
questions are very good.
Sir, you taught us things
Very
like
easy
memories like
question.
SRAM, DRAM. So we were expecting something of that sort.
We
But
are
this is
in a
really good.
little bit in tension.
Yes.
Actually, I have given the question with respect to that many of you have learned the computer the very first time, only the 14 days before. So if I give some more prominent question, it will be more difficult. So that's why the question will be very straightforward. Okay, so that was the thing. So as I know that the bridge course will be continue for this week also. So we will discuss some of the more topics with this time. Okay. So today, tell me
So
something.
modern technologies, you had taught about cloud computing and you had taught about what is the other one that you taught about? So I
Machine
forgot.
learning.
Machine learning. So sir, there you
Sir,
mentioned something about algorithm. There were
Yes.
two types of algorithm, which was one was instruction given and one was like supervised, not
One
supervised,
is
basically
supervised and another one is
Supervised and
unsupervised.
unsupervised.
unsupervised. So can you explain that once again, sir? That part.
Yes. So let's say now you are in a BTech standard student. Okay. So how you can crack the joint entrance examination? By acquiring the knowledge by the previous 2 years, that is the 11th and 12th. Then only you can give the examination. So in supervised learning, what it is saying, the things will the computer will going to be learned in by respective with the respect of the previous histories. So if you are telling that whether there will be chances of rain or not, so the computer will check that what are the present condition, whether this present condition which matches with past history only. Same humidity, same wind speed, everything. On the basis of that, on that day, if there was a rain, the computer will tell us on forecasting that tomorrow or day after tomorrow there will be chances of rain. So this is called the supervised way. So if you don't have the historical data, you cannot fit the thing into the computer. But another one is the unsupervised learning, where the thing is slightly different. What type of different? So let's say if you are going to give a, if you are going to arrange a T-shirt for every student, then you will not take individual data. That means what will be the height, what will be the weight, what will be the body information. Rather, you will fix 3 or more sizes like small, medium, extra large, large, and when people will come to it and see it, people will choose one of them. Okay, so this is called the unsupervised learning, where each of the sizes is called cluster, and any of the particular person will go to in one of the cluster. Not one person will go both of the clusters. So can anyone cannot say that I can take S as well as M size. Any one size will be taken by any person. So that type of problems will come under the unsupervised. Understood?
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Another thing in cloud computing, you had mentioned three of the web services, but iCloud is also one of the cloud computing services, isn't it?
Sorry, three types of not. They
No,
are
no,
not
you
the
had
types.
mentioned, so majorly you had mentioned the three market players, big market players
Yes,
of
yes, right.
cloud computing, but Apple and iCloud is also a part of it, right?
Actually, I am not making their names because Apple iCloud is only for the Apple industries. But if you are going to run a business, the Apple Cloud will not give you the services. Whether Microsoft Azure and Amazon AWS will provide the services to the client. Every company have their cloud, because if you see the Xiaomi have their own cloud, but Xiaomi is not a cloud computing player, because Xiaomi's main objective is to deliver the products, not the cloud service as a cloud service provider. So that's why I am only mentioning the names as Microsoft, Google, and Amazon. Understood?
Sir, sir, in binary addition, we have learned that 1 plus 1 equal to someone carry 1. So then you have taught us that how it is coming by converting into decimal and then binary. So can you repeat that part of explanation,
Yes,
sir?
sure. So 111. If you take 3 1 in decimal, what will be the result? 3,
Yes,
right? If you convert this 3 into binary, what will be the result? 1 1.
1 1.
So if you just back calculate this, 3 binary ones, because which is equivalent to decimal 1, what you get? You get 1 1. First one is the sum one, and second one is the carry one. Understood?
Yes, sir. Sir, but when we do, sir, when we do 1 plus 1 and then we add that sum to another one, then it is coming 0 1. Means according to the binary logical addition of 1 and 1, sum is coming that 0 1 means 1, and when we add two ones, that is coming 1 0.
How?
If we add 3 1, then the answer
No,
is 1 1.
one sec. I think Shonathi, what you're asking out here is, according to binary, if we 1 plus 1 is becoming 0, then if we add the third one, then it should be 0 plus 1 equals to 1, right? That's what you're saying.
Yes, yes, yes.
No, that is because, as sir had instructed, there will always be a set of instructions given in front of the data. Remember the data structure. So unless and until the operator is mentioned, how will they do the calculation of 1 plus 1 0 in the first place, the computer? Because the computer needs an operator to decide what to do with the result, I mean with the values. So 1 plus 1 is your value, so it's 1 plus 1. So the operator is plus, that's why it's 1 plus 1. It will just come and it just stored that in the memory that it is 0. Okay, but it will not give out because the operator is not mentioned. The next operator is another +1, so it will just add all the pluses together. That's what Sir had explained before. Data
Yes,
structure.
right. Your explanation is very good, as you understand. So I am telling again to you, that is, you are telling 1 plus 1 how the computer handles. So first, take 3 difference name for 3 difference one, A, B, and C. First, what I told to computer will compute A and B first. So what we get here, sum and carry, right? So 1 plus 1, what will be your sum? Sum is 0, carry is 1, right? So it will be stored in a memory. So it is a 2-bit information, not a 1-bit information, first of all. So this is one. Another thing, these two will be again sum of them. So one input is 1 0, another input is 0 1. So what finally we get? We get 1 1. So what is our sum? Sum is this one and this one is carry. So that's why if we add 3 ones, our sum will be as 1 and carry will be as. Understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I understand, sir.
Okay. Any more question? You can ask any other question regarding the modern technologies, what I have not discussed. Because today is the discussion class, on the next day I will plan for something new content for you.
Sir, I want to know
So
about
data science
the
is also
algorithm.
one of the modern technologies, sir. But we can you explain a little about data science, sir? I'd like to know, sir, if possible.
Yes. Okay, I have taken your question. I am Shaurodeep Datta. What you are trying to say?
Sir, I wanted to know about the algorithms to encrypt the data. Sir, you told that it was encrypted and decrypted. I want to know that algorithms part.
Okay, I will give you a simple algorithm for making you understand, but it is not possible to explain the standard algorithm at your level.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so
I got, sir.
first question was, what is Shumitaba Banerjee was asked about the data science. So what is data science? So nowadays the everything is collected that in terms of data. So if you are uploading pictures into the Facebook, or whether a person is uploading the videos into the YouTube, the all is around the data. So what data science suggests, so data science is a big domain. So if we say this is the data science, so if you have many more different types of data, this is comes under the data science. So data science can be a data from weather data, it can be a business data, or it may be a film industry data. So data can be anywhere. Okay, so this can be a weather data, this can be a political data, or data can be or anywhere. But once you have taken any of the domain, let's say we are going to forecast weather, so I don't need any data from the political or academic data, I only need the weather data. Now what I want to do, if I want to analyze the data, so if I have taken the 15 years data, so data volume is very huge. So through the human, it is not even taking all the records. If you are taken by a single human, it is very difficult. So what comes, the machine learning comes. The machine learning provides some efficient algorithm through which we can analyze the data, and for the analyzation we can send some outcomes. So that is called as a prediction. So machine learning is nothing but some algorithms. Okay, and data science is the domain. So any type of data can be, so there can be a different domain. Another one is the AI. So out of this entire data, let's say we want to do some artificial intelligence on the data. So there will be many works is going to be done in artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is a superset, whereas ML is a
Sir,
subset.
your voice is breaking.
Why
Sir.
artificial intelligence? I am telling what artificial intelligence is a superset, whereas machine learning is a subset. The primary reason is that if you see the history of the artificial intelligence machine learning, if you see the year when the artificial intelligence first comes or first work has been proceeded, then it is far before than the machine learning. The machine learning is actually the way the computer has been intercepted with this domain to give the work faster. The only way to introduce computer to in this domain in the terms of machine learning to give the output in faster way. As a human being, if you see a table, if you see a simple example, if you see the win and lose record between Australia and Bangladesh. So two matches I have remembered, the two matches that Bangladesh won in ODI from Australia. So if you are predicting a match between Australia and Bangladesh, what should be your pick? Your pick will be always in Australia. So as a human being, you can do that. So similar way the machine will do that how many similar records will give you as a positive, that means Australia is going to be win, and what are the how many records is giving that Bangladesh is going to be win, that is 2 records only. So the percentage if you just calculate, then there will be more than 99% chances to win the Australia. So in this way human also will do. But if you have, I am taking a simple example for this one, but if you have a lot of data with lot of varieties, in this way it is very difficult
in
for
the
the
share
human
market,
to handle.
Sir, also another thing that I would, I don't know if it is correct or not, but it's just came to my mind. So basically, in AI, it is an artificial intelligence, and in machine learning, the machine is learning from its own experience. So basically, that is why ML is also a part of AI, because ultimately it uses the same principles of AI to learn all the data and then predict the weather. Right?
Very good, very good, absolutely correct. The incremental way the machine will learn. So what Google Assistant is today, whenever we are taking the voices, if you just see the Google Assistant in the 5 years back, in that time the Google Assistant is not so efficient as you see in the nowadays, because in these last 5 years the Google Assistant has learned incrementally as we have learned day by day basis. And once after 20, if you see the after 20 years, the Google Assistant may be 100% correct, whatever the voice you can say. If you have some fever, your voice is not as usual, still he can collect your voice and convert into the languages. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next you have what Shaurodeep has asked. What question you
Encryption
have
and
asked? I
decryption.
forget.
Sir,
He also forgot, sir.
sir, Sam, wait, please wait. Sir, I have
He
asked that
asked about the decryption algorithm.
Okay, I understood.
encryption and decryption
I
algorithm of the
recollected. Okay.
cloud
Wait.
computing.
I recollect. Let's say in somewhere like this in the war situation. So there will be war situation. Now two countries are being involved with the war, and now one there is a different camps are there. One is the base camp, which is having with majority of the soldiers, and there is another camp where the fighting is being performed. Now see the scenario. If any of the soldier is sending a message to the base camp that there have some rifles is needed or some extra machineries is needed. So if this message can be intercepted by the enemy, so this is the enemy side, so enemy can directly attack to this camp, because enemy can understand that there is an deficit of the ammo or deficit of the machineries. So in this way, the first encryption algorithm has come. So whatever the message will send it by this small camp to the base camp, this message should only be understandable this base camp only. Otherwise, if anybody can intercept this message, there will be more difficult situation can arise. So let's say I am just writing a message to you like that. The sun is red. So this is can be understandable by any human who knows English. Now if I changes the word to like that way, let's say
Yes, sir, there's secret code. Even Indian Army also had a secret code.
every country, every company, they have a secret code.
They
Just
decode it and they transfer the
wait.
message.
Okay. So if I, instead of the sun is red, if I send as UIF EVM JT SFE, if I send this message to you, only the base camp can understand this one as, and the sun is red. Why? Because base camp knows the algorithm. What is the algorithm? You have to take
The
a
next letter.
previous word. You
Pranam.
have to take the previous word to get the actual string, right? So this is the algorithm,
Yes,
that you
sir.
have to take the previous word, previous character in the English alphabet if you want to decrypt it. So that is called the key. Okay, so this is the very simple one. If anyone can break it by analyzing that there will be different ways, that is a brute force attack. So nowadays different algorithms are available. One is the popular algorithm is called AES, Advanced Encryption Standard. So when we are doing our bank transactions, so same thing, whenever we are putting the transaction password to sending the money to somewhere else, so that is your secret code. If someone knows your secret code, they can doing the transaction without your presence. So there will be encryption algorithms are being there. So this was, for your understanding, this was the simplest one. But nowadays encryption algorithms are very hard to break. But still,
Yes, sir.
we cannot say this is 100% secure. Okay.
Sir, can any hacker means perform a program and this they can decrypt this code and they can use that code to decrypt that algorithm?
If they can understand the decrypt algorithm, okay, the UIF, TVM, JT, ACF, these messages can be easily intercepted because through some radio transmission the thing will be there. So if you catch this signal, what you get? You get this message through this signal. It is very easy, but the tough is the algorithm to break this one to get this actual string. That is the decryption. So decryption is not easy without the key. The key is only present here. The key is only present here, not in the wave. Sorry, in this base cam. Key is present here, not in the base cam, not in the wave. The thing I am talking to the voice. My voice can be captured. So, but if I telling the encrypted voice or encrypted sentences, the sentence they will get as an encrypted form, but they or he or she does not decrypt it to get the actual communication. What happens with it? Understood?
Yes, sir. Sir, I have another question, sir. Sir, in the program, can we give input in terms of decimal only, or can we use many means other number system as well?
Yes, in C programming, you can take inputs in 4 different number system: decimal, octal, hexadecimal, and binary. Okay, but there will be a game of syntax. When you know the syntax, you can take the input. But initially, if you just write like that, a equals to 10, which is always taken the input in the decimal. If you write like this one, this is the simplest one syntax. That means 10 is in decimal form. That is the default syntax. If you make some syntax game from that area, you can also take the input as octal. So when you learn the programming syntax very well, then you will understand that how we can play with
Sure.
octal or hexadecimal numbers.
So another thing I wanted to ask about the encryption and decryption part. So I was watching a video in which they were saying about a counter program which can re-encrypt your encryption. So they have found out a way to do an advanced encryption which will change on a per second basis. So,
Yes.
so sir, what kind of technology that uses? Because let's say, for example, when some file is encrypted, so there is a particular amount of electric signals that each file produces. You had explained to us in other class, right? So,
Yes.
sir, every time the encryption is changing, then that particular code signals are also changing. So, sir, how is it possible that somebody is being able to break that encryption, sir?
No, actually, think one way that let's say this is the first encryption code. Okay, this is done in, let's say now it is 4:09 p.m. After few minutes, that means in 4:12 p.m. Right? You have changing
Right,
the encryption code, right? So what is the time
right,
differences? Around 3 minutes.
right,
Now, if the hackers can able to hack your E1 within 3 minutes, and what is the remaining time? So 1 minute the hacker has been hacked your encryption one, and what is the remaining minute before the encryption would start? That is 2 minutes, right? Now within 2 minutes the hacker have the control to your system. Because as a user, if you making a transaction in 4:09, so the transaction will give you at least 60 seconds to complete. So within the 60
right.
seconds, if the system changes the encryption algorithm, then your transaction will never be happen. So that's why there will be a
Okay,
time delay for each encryption. But if the hacker is so smart, if their system is so fast, if he can hack in within this time frame, then your system may be in insecure state.
okay,
Okay.
all right, sir. Got it. Okay, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Any more questions?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
sir,
I have a question, sir.
Okay, Tias Dotto, tell me.
Yes, sir. How do I convert for decimal to hexa?
Okay,
Sorry,
decimal to
I'm
hexa. Actually I have not talked the decimal to hexa because of the short duration. Because we have some time, we will think about that. Okay, but it is very difficult to understand you in this time
yes,
frame.
sir.
Okay, okay. I will pick your question. We'll definitely get back to you.
Okay,
Shauradip,
sir.
what is your question?
Sir, I have a question, sir, like that. Means in the computer we have RAM which performs the activity such as means for temporary storage. So when we perform in the internet also, when we perform a task, in the whole internet also has some type of means thing which stores the things for temporary and then immediately delete that.
No, no, no. In internet, whatever you are doing, always there is a footprint as being there in the digital there. Because of if you do any type of crimes, otherwise if everything will be deleted, it will become untraceable. Understood? If someone is sending an email, okay, so if the email is vulnerable, so in the IT cell can track that IP address to get to that person address. So in internet, nothing will be deleted because the server is always run 24 into 7 on. This is not your personal computer. That means after work has been done, you just switch off your computer. The server is on for 24 into 7 hours. So that's why everything, whatever you are doing, everything there will be a digital footprint in the internet. And who will
Then
collect the digital footprint? The internet service provider. If you are using GeoNet, the Geo company is taking your footprint. If some mistakes will occur, then if IT cells will come to the Geo and then Geo will give the information to them. This information is not available to everyone.
okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Network problem in my end. I hope now it is now you are listening me, right?
Yes, sir. We are listening.
Okay, I hope Shorodip you have clear
Yes, sir.
got
It
to
is
the
clear,
parts.
sir. Yes, sir. It is clear.
Okay, so Tias Dotto have asked a question regarding decimal to hexadecimal. This is very easy. Okay, so we will continue with that number system in the next class, that is on tomorrow. Okay, so so attendance will be collected automatically, so no issue. You may leave. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
ট্রেন কটায় আপনার? কি খান আসবে? সবই তো ভদ্র, ভদ্র ভাবলেই ভদ্র।